Welcome to 1407 Gray Malkin Lane, the living memory of the X-Men. Don't let anyone tell you different. All right. I've been a little sick this week, so I haven't been able to come up with my third classic review, but I'm here now. I'm fit. I'm ready. No COVID. Just sick. So now we're gonna do an oldie but a goodie of mine. Like it's forgotten about by most, but it's so good. And it is it is New Mutants, the limited series that came out in 1997. Now, this came out late 1997, I remember. It came out after Operation Zero Tolerance. It says November, so it came out like September. I don't know why they have that. That's weird to me. They always have it a couple months. But anyway, we got Ben Raab doing the writing. We got Bernard Chang. I like his work. I really like this. I really like this guy's stuff. So going into it, let's go. Like this is a 3-issue limited series. It brings back. It brings in a bunch of these characters while they're on other teams. Sunspot and Danny Moonstar, they're on X-Force. Cannonball is on the X-Men. Wolfsbane's on Excalibur. Karma, she's kind of freelance. I didn't know that she was a lesbian at this time. I thought she was just like, the older homie. But they get a guest with Douglock. Let's get into it. Now, you know what? I was really happy that they managed to bring in Doug and Warlock, but they couldn't find Magma. I think that would have been really cool. But going into it, we actually see something from the past. We see the originals in a danger. Well, they're in limbo. And here's something, I really like the art, but it just seems like they talk a lot of shit. Like all of them. Like Illyana kind of says that Illyana kind of said like, wow, I'm surprised they're doing so well because I understand that these are kids and they're like super high on themselves. That's cool. It's just weird. So they're all going into it. We're jumping into the action. We get some weird flexing from Illyana regarding the demon bear, telling Danny like, hey, the demon bear, not that scary. The demon's down here, eat that thing for lunch. I'm like, wow, way to downplay somebody's trauma. that was a big win for her. You just said like, it's not that big. Really faint. This part, Danny's telling Sam that this isn't the X-Men, we're the New Mutants, we're completely different. Raab has a really good handle on these characters that I really appreciate. I mean, I like his work over at Excalibur, and he's a dope writer. I like him. And then like we find out it's a danger room scenario with Doug and Kitty. Don't know why she's there because she doesn't. Just didn't get why, because Kitty, the only person she's really cool with is Illyana, and I always thought like everybody else tolerated her because she's friends with Illyana and that's their friend. It is like, especially Danny. Danny looked like she wanted to knock her out. I would have if like she called my team the X-Babies, but she's the same age as them. Like, don't get me started on Kitty Pryde. She's an elitist. You see a hooded figure in the shadows watching everything. And you can't. All right, this is gold awful stories. We find out it is Mikhail Rasputin. That's like, hey, I'm all good with that. But it just kind of tells you more like he's always been a dick. He's he's always been that guy. So going to, so they have we get a sense of the team interacting and everything, and I really like how Rhea remembered that both Wolfsbane and Sunspot hated Limbo at first because they're both Catholic, and it just scared the crap out of them, and it's kind of let them know that hell's real and you can go there. There's a bunch I want to know. I want to know about that. Oh, and my notes. This is actually one of the few times where Kitty Pryde wasn't annoying, or she wasn't throwing her status over everybody, because Illyana gets like something happens and she just freaks out, and Kitty's giving her some best friend advice. I respect that. I like that. And Kitty and Illyana are best friends. This is one of my notes. Kitty and Illyana are best friends because Kitty was macking hard on Colossus. It makes the current status so much funnier. I don't even think Kitty, the kids playing Truth or Dare later on after the lights go out, and there's no explanation on where the X-Men are. I would like to know at what point did this series occur, just for continuity. And Danny is kind of a bully. They're playing Truth or Dare. Warlock, he makes the mistake of picking Truth, and she's asked, okay, who do you think is the real leader of this? Because Cannonball and Moonstar, Mirage at this point, are both they're both co-leaders, and they're both kind of like they can't move without the other pushing back. And Warlock's like, for the sake of myself, Danny. I'm like, wow, you let her punk. She deboed him. It was funny. We get some really cool stuff from Doug. He's asked what's his favorite language, and he said Cree. I wonder how he feels about that now. Roberto standing up for Rain was really nice. I just wish Magma got more to do. That's like, she just seemed like she's in the background, but like she was always kind of in the background during Claremont's run. So yeah. And Rain is a heartbreaker. At this point, she has a big crush on Sam, but her best friend is Danny. And at this point, like going over the old stuff and this for reference, I still don't see how they're supposed to be a couple. But you know what? That's just it. That's just we get the original. Then we get the original 5. They're like, okay, this book to me is exactly what bringing the original 5 to the present was supposed to be. They're only supposed to be there for like 3 issues, figure out what's going on, then go home with their minds wiped. That's it. But they elongated. I'm like, why not just bring Illyana from that time back here? It's weird. It's weird. We get the original. We fast forward to the current era, not the current era, but that back then. We see Sam, Roberto, who is dark. Hey, not dark. I was totally okay with him being this. Totally okay. He's not light skinned. He's just like he's cool. He's cool. We see Karma, we see Danny, and it was just cool to see everybody. And Bernard Chang made Wolfsbane look hot. I was like, damn, right? I totally understood where Cannonball was coming from. He said, like, man, she looked gorgeous. And he was actually like, maybe we should hook up. Looked like she used to have a crush on me back in the day. Maybe I could make it do what it do. But no. She went to see Dan. She went to hug Danny and Karma first because she hasn't seen them in so long. So long. And hey, this is a high school reunion. I'm all for it. Like eventually we find like Douglock, it's actually Warlock, but he like there's a whole thing with Douglock. I love the character Douglock, but ended up being Warlock. But we don't find out till way later. Yeah, like 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. 2 years. We get them to the school, and I would have loved to see what the group chat was with this. Like, it's like, hey, who called who? And like, hey, let's get the crew together for a weekend or something. But we see the 5, 6 head up to the school after Illyana. Oh, and they get run. We see the kids. We see the current era New Mutants head to the Xavier Institute, but they come face to face with the New Mutants from the past after Illyana was kind of like messing with people. She wanted to go into the future. Apparently, she took the entire team, brought them to the future. Just brought them to the future. Like, I didn't know that was part of her power set, but hey, I think people forget about this part too. And we see, the culture. We see the shocks. We see Danny meeting up with Danny, Warlock Douglock meeting Doug and Warlock. Apparently Karma wasn't here, so like they didn't really give her a lot to do, but yeah, it was fun. Also, I really like this one part where Sunspot is so freaked out that he can fly. He's like, wait, I can fly? I love it. Also, Illyana has some pretty racist terms. She has these. She calls it Indian, but then she finds out that Douglock is he has no chill. He's like, wait a second. Hey, aren't you Kitty's friend, the one who died? Illyana was not ready for this. She just blanks out. How could I be the one who died? Like, Doug deserves to die, which is kind of messed up. She ends up being approached by her older brother when she needs to take a time out. And Mikhail Rasputin's kind of a charmer. He's like, hey, you're my little sister. I'm here. Like, I want to help. He's a charmer. He's a charming guy. I mean, come on. Anybody with a ponytail that slick? Yeah. Also, he wants to save his sister. But here's the thing with Mikhail, you can't really trust it. He can't trust it. Also, this group huddle is amazing. I love how I love how they still do the same things. We get so Mikhail takes Illyana, brings her back to the New Mutants, and the older students are like, no, fuck that guy. I know we are all about him, and the New Mutants are ready. The younger ones are ready to fight it. Man, like I really like everything that's going on. Everything. And then we find out that Karma betrays everybody. Like, what? Crazy. And there's a lot happens in 3 issues. I love it. And here's the thing. I didn't know anything about the New Mutants coming into this. Like when I was a kid, I was like, oh snap, the New Mutants? Oh, okay. All right, I'm into it. I didn't really understand the whole thing with Karma and Magma. I was like, why isn't Magma here? Is Magma supposed to be Karma later on, or where are we going with this? So it was cool. It was cool. So we get back. So we get them back. Mikhail Rasputin tells Illyana, listen, I can help you get rid of the legacy fires. I can help you deal with it, because Illyana didn't know that she has legacy fires. Nobody did until it happened. And we go anybody Mikhail ain't shit. When you find out what actually happened, and wow, you're like, wow, you did that to your sister? You're a piece of shit. No wonder nobody likes you anymore. It was great. I really enjoyed this. I'm giving this one a solid 4.25. The art is great. Makes you wish Brent Brea would come back. I would love to see what he would do on an X-Men title, especially like I would like to see what he would do with X-Force, because because like it'd be nice to see what happened with Black Air, because he was doing some stuff, and he can bring in like a whole different team. Like bring back Sabra. That's just me. All right. 1407 Grand Mountain Lane. Signing out.